Well, we are on day 17 of 21 days of prayer and fasting, everybody. We have made it to day 17, and it's been so special as a community as we have set aside some things so that we can prioritize our relationship with God. As we've set aside some things so that we can really focus in and focus on our prayer life and focus on what God's doing in our life and focus on hearing from Him. And I know that God's been speaking and moving on Sundays and in Pray First and also in our church. I know I've seen it. He's been moving. We've been seeing so many special things take place, but I believe that He's been speaking to all of us individually, that He's been speaking to our hearts. And I know for me that He's been speaking directly to my heart during these 21 days of prayer and fasting. And it's my hope that what I share with you tonight, that it stirs up your faith a little bit and that it inspires you in your walk with God. So we're going to jump right into it. Right in Mark 11, verse 21, actually verse 22, it says this: "Have faith in God," Jesus answered. "Truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, 'Go throw yourself into the sea,' and does not doubt in their heart, but believes what they say will happen, it will be done for them. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." And it's this beautiful verse, but honestly, this verse, when I read it during 21 days of prayer and fasting, it actually brought me right back to my high school softball days. Playing sports in Louisiana was a lot of fun. We would play 3 or 4 games a week, and I loved getting to be a part of being on a team. But one of my favorite memories about playing softball for 10 years was that anytime that I got up to the batter's box, they would say, "Up now to bat, number 16, left fielder, Blaire Buckman." And as soon as I stepped into the batter's box, every single time, I would hear my quiet Southern mom yell, "Believe, Blaire, believe." And you see, my mom, she recognized the importance of believing. She was reminding me that I had believed in a God that cared about my situation, that cared about something as simple as me playing softball in high school. She was reminding me to believe that I could hit the ball before I even saw that I could hit the ball. And during these 21 days of prayer and fasting, as I was reading Mark 11, I felt like God was just telling me and reminding me once again to believe. See, right here in Mark 11, Jesus is speaking, saying if we were to tell a mountain to move, He would move it. But not just if we said it. If we said it and we believed it. We said it and we believed it. It's pretty cool because the word believe is actually written over 240 times in the Bible. And I think the reason why is because God's trying to tell us that it's actually possible to pray and not believe. But we know that we are saved by declaring with our mouths and believing in our hearts. We say it every Sunday here at VOUS Church, Romans 10:9. You declare with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised Him from the dead, you will be saved. See, our journey, it starts with praying and believing. In our journey, it's sustained by praying and believing. But oftentimes we find ourselves even in the middle of 21 days of prayer and fasting, and we feel frustrated or overwhelmed, even when we feel like we're supposed to be focusing on God. I know for me, even in these 21 days, that I found myself in that position, worrying about where my daughter's gonna go to school and where are we gonna live, our lease is up and we have to decide today, and oh my goodness, we're going to 2 locations, this is so exciting, but there's lots of things going on. And I felt like yesterday I was getting it right and I was talking to God and I was talking to Him about anything and everything, but today I'm not really talking to Him at all about what I'm feeling. And I love that right here in Mark, Jesus starts out by saying, have faith in God. And what's pretty cool about this is that he's actually talking to his disciples, people that hang out with him every day. And he's reminding them again to believe, to believe. So what does the Bible mean when it is telling us to pray and believe? I think it means believe in who you are praying to. Believe in who you're praying to first and foremost. See, my mom, she didn't just tell me once to believe and I remembered it for those 10 years. My mom told me every single at-bat for 10 years to believe. And I believe that as we step into our day, as we step into our batter's box, that we've got to speak to our situation, that we've got to remind ourselves over and over again to believe in who we are praying to. We can remind ourselves right now, God, I believe in you. I believe that you created the heavens and the earth. I believe that you created me with a purpose and a destiny. God, I believe that you have a plan for my life that's far better than anything that I could ever dream. God, I believe that whatever I'm walking through, that there's purpose in it. God, that you can bring me strength, that you can bring me peace, that you can bring me joy. God, I believe that everything I need is found in you. I believe it, God. I believe that it's found in you. I believe that you want relationship with me. God, I believe that I can talk to you about everything. What I love about this is that believing, it takes the emphasis off of prayer itself, and it puts the emphasis on God himself. You see, when the emphasis is on believing in who God says he is, then prayer is a result. It just flows. Don't have to worry. I've been worried about it. God, how was I praying yesterday and not talking to you at all today? No, the emphasis isn't on my prayer. The emphasis is on the God that I believe in. In Mark 11, it says that when we believe in God, that we can speak to a mountain and it will move. What would happen in our families, in our relationships, in our workplaces, in our community, here at VOUS Church, in the city of Miami, if every day we reminded ourselves of the God that we believe in? See, I think we'd be speaking to every mountain. I think we'd be speaking to every hardship. I think we'd be speaking to every trial. I think we'd be speaking to every difficulty, and we'd be telling it to move. I think we'd be praying bold prayers for our families, for our community, for the city of Miami. And I think that we would see God move in our lives. I think we'd see revival in our families, in our church, in the city of Miami, if we could believe in who we're praying to. See, prayer flows from our priority being focused on believing in God. But Mark 11 doesn't just remind us to believe in who we are praying to, but it reminds us to believe in what you are praying for. See verse 24, it says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and then it will be yours." See, the thing about me getting in the batter's box each time, like I said, is that I had to believe that I could get a hit before I could even get a hit. If I didn't believe it, probably wasn't going to happen. We know in today's culture that we always say, "I'll believe it when I see it." Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. It's easier for us today to believe social media or to believe the news, to believe the wind, electricity, before we believe in our God. See, believing is declaring you have received it before you actually see it. We choose to believe, and then we see. Mark 11 says, "Believe you have received it, and then it will be yours." So many times we get impatient. We choose to pray without believing because we haven't seen him come through yet. We've been praying about it for years. God, you haven't come through in my situation. God, why haven't you been working on my behalf? I don't see you working in this situation, God. But the Bible says, believe you have received it, and then it will be yours. Believe you have received it, and then it will be yours. See, I don't know what it is for you. I don't know what you desire. I don't know what you've been praying about. I don't know what you've been petitioning for. But the Word of God says, pray and believe you have received it, and then it will be yours. Not believe you will receive it, but believe you have received it. What would happen if we lived life believing we had already received what we need? God, I've already received the healing. God, I've already received the breakthrough. God, I've already received the promise. God, I've already received the financial provision. I'm walking in it. God, I'm already walking in it. I've already received it. See, I believe Mark 11 is teaching us tonight. It's reminding us tonight to simply believe. To believe in who you are praying to believe in what you are praying for. See, prayer, it's not just about getting in the batter's box. All religions pray, but a relationship with Jesus, it requires us to pray and believe. Pray and believe. God, I believe you are who you said you are. So I'm going to speak to this mountain. I'm going to believe that it will be moved. I'm going to speak to this anxiety. I'm going to believe it'll be gone. I'm going to speak to this depression. I'm going to speak to this heartbreak. God, I'm going to believe that I've already received what I need. I'm walking in it. I've already received it. I'm walking in it. I've received it. See, praying, it doesn't move mountains. Praying and believing does. So right now, God, we say it again. I believe. God, I believe. I believe that you're moving in my life, God. I believe that you're moving in my marriage. I believe that you're moving in my job. God, I believe that you're moving in my family. I believe that you're moving in the midst of my fear. God, I believe that you're bringing revival to Miami. God, I believe that you're using VOUS Church to bring people that are far from you close to you. God, we speak it out tonight. God, we believe it. We believe it. God, we believe it. We receive it, God, and we believe it. So come on, tonight, we're going to continue to worship together. We're going to continue to believe in the God that we are praying to and believe in what we are praying for. So come on, tonight, let's lift our hands. Let's worship together.